Hey everyone, it's Rivka Malka and welcome to my good friend, the butternut squash. So if you want, you can just bake this and eat it and it's perfection. But what we like to do around here is to make a butternut squash kugel. What's a kugel? Okay, a kugel is an ethnic adventure. It's Yiddish for casserole, basically. But the thing about a kugel is that it's the perfect side dish to Shabbos food. So if you have butternut squash, you're gonna make butternut squash kugel. Carrots, you're gonna make carrot kugel. Zucchini, yes, there is zucchini kugel. And each one is different. Some are savory, some are sweet. As you can imagine, the butternut squash kugel is sweet. And if you really would like, it will double as a dessert, like most sweet kugels. Okay, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take 2 pieces of tinfoil because the best way to get this thing soft is to wrap her up in tinfoil. Here she goes, just like a birthday present. Up on one side, up on the other, wrap her up, and then do the same thing the other way. And this way it steams up really nicely. Okay, I know. Surprise, birthday present. Okay, but here's the thing. This takes so long to cook, I'm always surprised. Whatever the recipe tells you, it takes longer. So if you want to be like an amazing Shabbos baker, my suggestion is one of 2 things. Either when you get up in the morning and get your coffee, put the butternut squash in the oven. You can do carpool, you can paint your nails, you can do whatever you want. She will be cooking. Or put it in the night before, like when you're doing your Thursday night thinking about cooking for Shabbos, but maybe you haven't yet. It's okay, at least your butternut squash is in the oven. Okay, so as you can see, I put it in the oven in a pan. Do you know why? Because sometimes it drips a little, see that? And when that drips at the bottom of your oven, the whole house goes crazy. The smoke alarm goes on. Yes, we've had that, you probably had that in your house. If my smoke alarm goes on, it's no big deal. The kids just know, oh, she's cooking. Okay, true story. But if you put it in a pan, that's not going to happen. Take it out. Woo, is it hot. Hot stuff, baby. Now this is not going to be glamorous. I'm very sorry. Lots of noise, lots of shopping bags. This is the kitchen tip from real life cooking. Save your shopping bags and use them to peel vegetables on. If you do that already, tell me in the comments. I'm going to burn my hands special for this video. Woo. Now, maybe you can give me a tip here. Maybe I should wait a little bit before this is, while this cools, but I don't really need to because I am skilled at this. Butternut squash, you are buttery. And all I'm gonna do is I'm going to shave it down, peel off this nice, sweet outside. Do not use it. And this will take me anywhere from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, depending on how hot my fingers are. When you get to the bottom, right around here, there are going to be seeds. So you'll just scoop out those seeds and try to collect as much of this flesh as you can. Okay, back to our butternut. All right, see how that looks? Ready to go. I'm gonna finish it up and meet you at the food processor. Okay, welcome to my food processor. I have just put her in. Now, question, how do you know if the butternut squash is ready when it comes out of the oven? You've got to press it firmly, but not at the base where the seeds are because that's gonna get ready first. Right there where it's thick, you wanna make sure that it's soft, and this one is very soft and excellent. If it starts dripping a lot and smoking a lot, then it's definitely ready. Okay. This is going to be a lot of fun because when you make this in your house, everyone's going to love it. It's always been a winner. So let's do this together. Are you ready? We have a half a cup of sugar going in. For those who like a more dinner squash rather than a more desserty feel free to put in 1/3 cup, which is the original recipe. And then we're going to put in a generous shake of cinnamon. No, actually we're not. We're going to put in a medium shake of cinnamon and we're going to put the rest of it directly on top. And we're going to put in a little bit of vanilla. Check it out, I ran out of vanilla, so we're using vanilla syrup. No problem, 1 teaspoon. And then we're going to put in the eggs. 4 beautiful, amazing eggs. Okay, here goes in my 4 eggs. You're amazing. You're doing such a good job being eggs. And I'm gonna put in a half a cup of oil. So here we go. This is regular oil. However, I have made this recipe with olive oil and it came out great, and you can do that. It tastes like olive oil a little bit, but it's okay. It's healthier. And the next thing we're gonna do, only a few ingredients is we're gonna put in the flour, which is another half a cup. So what I want you to notice is that this recipe is mostly butternut. If you're wondering, is it healthy? Is it dessert? Is it cake? It really is mostly butternut. It's just got some other binding ingredients to make it fluffy. And about 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, and you can see my cooking measurements are not exact. That's not my specialty, but I'll make sure to put the exact recipe below so you can follow it. Okay, now here's going to be something interesting. I'm sure you've done this before, but let's do it together. Turn it on. And now we're just going to put this in spoon by spoon so that it doesn't get all funky. We want it to mix in really well. And that, my friends, is the whole thing. Oh my goodness, you have just made yourself an incredible kugel. I am greasing up this pan. This recipe is amazing in a 9-inch square pan as well. But I got used to it. Oh, look at that. One little clump was in there. It's no problem. We'll fix that. Good. Now, after that, you just want to sprinkle the top with cinnamon. And because it is so sweet, I've been experimenting, and you can do this too if you want, with a pinch of salt at the top. Almost like the sweet and salty caramel. The actual recipe calls for a pinch of salt, about that much anyway. It just is a drop, just to perk up the flavor. You know, like when people put salt in their coffee. Do you do that? Do you put salt in your coffee? Okay, so this salt is on, and you're gonna choose on or in. Honestly, I'm just this like immersive cook. I just do it, and then I forget things and remember them. But if you're making this at home, I'm gonna say put it in. And then if you choose to put it on top, just do a drop, okay? I'll put that all in the description below so you see the recipe. I'm putting this in the oven now at 375. And I'm gonna actually test how long it takes to bake because no matter how many times I make this, I don't know, I'm like you, I just check, you know, is the food ready or not? But I want you to have an experience where your butternut squash comes out perfect. So I'm gonna check how long it takes, and I'm gonna put it in the recipe below. L'chvod Shabbos Kodesh, in honor of the Holy Shabbos Day, in honor of my dear friends. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you on the other side when we taste it. All right, it's ready. Butternut squash kugel. Hello, how are you? Ready for the Shabbos table. I've been doing some cooking, checking out over the past hour. So how long does this take to cook? 45 minutes to an hour is the answer. And let's see what it looks like when we get inside. See, it's firm. And can you pick up a piece? No. You know why? Because it is too hot. But once it gets a little bit colder, you can even put it in the fridge if you want, it's going to firm up. So I'm gonna take a little melty bite. See, it's all mushy still. Good. Think of it like this. When I was a kid, I used to eat rice pudding. I don't eat that anymore, but the cinnamon and the creaminess is just perfect. And the thing about this kugel is that the longer it sits in your fridge, the richer the flavors are gonna get. All right, that's the whole thing. As you can see, we've been cooking a lot, and I can't wait to share more recipes with you. Have an amazing day. You are amazing. Bye-bye. Good Shabbos.